Good morning, lovelies. I am just popping out of the house because it's time to let the ducks out of their little house. And whenever I come through the paddock gate and you hear that little sound there, they know Mummy is coming to let them out. So I thought I would jump on a live because I want to talk to you today about serving our clients in our business, but also serving our families and, of course, serving our ducks. So let's go in and let them out. Let me turn the camera around for you. Good morning, guys. Good morning. How are we? Did we sleep well? Yes, we did. So, when we set up our gorgeous businesses and we do our stuff and we talk to our clients about what we do and what we offer and we make up ideas of business offerings and things that we can put out into the world that our clients will go crazy for and they'll be super excited. Actually, what we should be doing is serving them. And I know that sometimes we think that we're serving them by creating all these lovely, lovely things, but by making stuff up, putting it out into the world, that's not serving. What we should be doing is reacting. So I did a post a couple of weeks ago about reacting to our clients and being, instead of proactive and guessing what they want, actually listening to them and thinking, okay, whatever they ask for, I'm going to create. Whatever they need in their lives, I'm going to make so that they move forward. Now, if you do that, you will find the most amazing level of fulfillment compared to when you are proactively creating content for your clients. Proactive creating content is exhausting. It's demotivating. You know, sometimes you create stuff and you work really bloody hard and it looks amazing and nobody signs up for it. That is really, really demotivating. And actually, we should be loving our businesses, shouldn't we? We should be creating stuff that we know our clients are going to go mad for because it's going to help them, it's going to change their lives, and it's going to be transformative. So when we talk about serving, I'm talking about the idea of true fulfillment in your life is when we are actually looking after people. The complete selfish existence where, you know, you do what you like, you get up on a Saturday morning, you know, have a line till 11 o'clock, nobody needs you, nobody wants you, you don't have to look after anybody. Complete selfish existence that you have, say, in your 20s. That's not where fulfillment comes from. Hear me out. If you've got family and relatives and mothers-in-law and ducks and dogs, those people you're serving, you start to become fulfilled. You start to really feel why you're here on this earth, because it's a really bloody fabulous feeling. And people who are really truly selfish and, you know, nobody needs any of them and nobody, you know, requires their help or attention, I don't believe that they're truly fulfilled. I really don't. If you talk to an 89-year-old on his bed who'd had a truly selfish life, would he be fulfilled? No, he wouldn't. Those of us who serve others find true fulfillment. Our soul gets full. Our love tanks fill up and it's gorgeous. And you know what? That kind of serving comes not just from serving our families, it also comes from serving our clients. It comes from serving my ducks when I give them a banana and they go absolutely bloomin' crazy because I've given them a banana. You know, that makes me feel fantastic inside because I am looking after them in the way that they want to be looked after. You know what? Don't give them strawberries because they don't like strawberries. But my point is that if we truly live a selfish existence where we are out for ourselves, it sounds superficially like that must be amazing. And occasionally, you know, don't get me wrong, people go on about, oh, goodness me, everyone wants a piece of me and, you know, no one leaves me alone and I'm always doing this for somebody else and that for somebody else. And yes, that's true. But imagine if you didn't do any of those things. Imagine if all you did was look after yourself. That is not a life of fulfillment. So I've created a movement. And I'm really bloody happy with it, actually. It's been formulating over the last 12 years of running my business. Because in my business, I've worked with different kinds of clients. I've worked with clients who... Sorry about that, a little bit of a pause because we lost connection. I've worked with clients who have been truly transactional. They came along to me and they said, here's some money, build me a website, thank you very much, goodbye. And then I had clients where I was really involved in their day-to-day business. I was involved in serving them and looking after them and coming up with ideas for them to grow their businesses and coming up with strategies if things didn't work out the way that we wanted them to. And so I created this spreadsheet because I'm an accountant at heart. I created a spreadsheet and I had A's and B's and C's clients in these columns. And I wrote down, because I was trying to figure out what kind of client I really wanted to be seeking, what kind of clients I wanted to be serving. So I wrote down in column A, the amazing clients, the ones that I absolutely bloody loved. Then in column B, I wrote down the okay clients who were great. You know, they paid on time, they respected me, they valued me, but they weren't, oh my God, amazing. They weren't sort of my favourite clients in the whole world. And then I wrote down my C column clients, which were the crap ones. The ones who didn't value me, the ones who didn't respect me, the ones who didn't pay on time, all that kind of thing. And then I sat down and I studied what the difference was between these clients. What made somebody be an A client? And I realised that it was the ones that I was truly serving. The ones where they really entered into almost like a partnership relationship with me, so that I was with them, growing their business all the time. It wasn't a short, sharp, you know, here's some money, there's a website type transactional situation. So I decided to look at these clients as being movement clients and transactional clients. And then I realised, this is when the penny dropped for me, it was a couple of months ago, I realised that this is where a lot of my clients struggle. They struggle on balancing the movement and the transactional parts of their business. So let me explain what the difference is. Your movement is when you're going out into the world and you're serving. And you're looking after all of the people who you know they need what you have to offer. But you're struggling to charge for it because you're gifted. You know, this is your sole purpose. This is your divine purpose. So you want to go out into the world and give it away for free. Who are you to charge for it? You know, this is your gift. But you then don't have the true fulfillment of bringing in a steady income. That's depressing. It's demotivating. But if you work on the other side, the transactional side, which a lot of these initial clients for me, right at the beginning when I started up my business, I'm building websites for people. They weren't interested in me for any of my marketing expertise or anything like that. They were transactional clients. They didn't really care about sharing a message with the world at all. They didn't care about, you know, making a difference or having a legacy. They cared about the bottom line. They were purely transactional clients. And those two types of clients, if they are completely 100% in either of those two states, movement or transactional, they never actually achieve true fulfillment. That fulfillment is created when you get a balance between movement and transactional. So I started to explain to my clients that if they're in a position where they are purely transactional, then they need to balance it with movement. That's more tricky because when you talk to a client who isn't movement based, who doesn't think that they have a message to share or want to change the world, that's a trickier conversation to have. But a lot of my clients, because I work with heart-centered entrepreneurs, a lot of my clients are very movement based and they weren't charging for their services. They weren't charging for their time. They were giving it away for free and they were struggling to improve the transactional side of the business. So what I've started doing with my clients now is creating a whole stream of income where they can charge comfortably. They can put it out there that if you want to go to a workshop that they run, it's going to cost you. If you want to go and work with them one-to-one, it's going to cost you. Because on the other side, they are going out into the world and they are doing movement things. For example, this is how I make them do it on a sort of a tangible point of view. We write down 2 columns on the whiteboard. One column is movement, one column is transactional. In the movement side, they might say to me, do you know what? I want to go and build a classroom in Kenya for underprivileged kids. Okay, brilliant. That's on your movement side. Obviously, you're not going to be charging for that. You're changing the world. This is your legacy. This is something you're really passionate in. Then, in the transactional side, we need to put something that balances that on the other side, on the other column. So that you've got, for every single movement that's in this column, you have an equal opposite in the transactional side. If you're too transactionally heavy, if you've got loads of stuff on the transactional side, then you balance every single one of those on the left with a movement-based thing. For example, you might be running workshops for corporations and they pay you, £1,000 a day to go and chat and do workshops with them. So therefore, in the movement column, you would say that you're going to run workshops for female entrepreneurs in Kenya because you want them to be able to build sustainable businesses. That would be your movement side. Or you might, Tom's, the shoes, they, for every pair of shoes you buy, they give a pair of shoes to an underprivileged person. Do you see how you're balancing the movement and the transactional all the time? That is what creates true fulfillment. So my current message to all of my clients and to the world at large is movement plus transactional equals fulfillment. If you can truly nail those two parts, you will achieve fulfillment. You'll no longer be saying, oh, goodness me, look at me. I can tick all the boxes. I have a wonderful house. I have a wonderful home. I have a wonderful husband. I have wonderful children. I love my car. I go on holidays, but I'm just not happy. Those kind of people who say that, often it's because they're not strong enough on the movement side. So they might be really heavy on the transactional side, but they're not balancing it with movement-based activities. Then they will achieve fulfillment. Then they will achieve true happiness. And the people who are really, really busy on the movement side, and they think, gosh, I should be enriched, I should be nourished by all of this work that I'm doing to the world, and I'm increasing, the world's happiness, and I'm changing the world, and I'm creating my legacy. But I'm still not happy. Why am I still not happy? It's because you need to feel valued and respected, and you need to make sure that your transactional column is equally balanced. So apologies for the little pause in the middle. I live out in the country, so the internet is not always perfect. But I hope you stayed with me for this live, because it's a really important concept. Once you've achieved this concept, you really can grow and grow and grow, because you're achieving that fulfillment. And then in your business, you will feel super, super happy and nourished and rewarded and respected and valued, but also super effective in changing the world. Because what we want really is for when we die, there to be no need for our services anymore, because we've changed the world. So for example, I had a client who was helping kids, adults who'd been bullied as children, and they were putting on loads of workshops to improve their self-esteem and work with them so that they were confident. So his movement side was, bullies in school actually need your support. They are often victims of their own situation, which is why they're acting out and bullying at school. So in effect, his change, his movement stuff was meaning that in the future, there would be less need for his services with adults, because they wouldn't have been bullied as children in the first place. Isn't that a marvellous balance? I love that balance. So what I do with my business is I have a super membership, which I run with my clients. And they're all clients who I've worked with one-to-one, and we've set up their businesses, and they've come in and they've said, you know what, I need more Jodie support in doing this. So I've created a double series of challenges that we run every year in my membership, because I want everybody to be growing a tribe, to be growing their movement and transactional balance, and to be creating more passive income streams. So twice a year we run this. We start off with a Facebook Live challenge, which lasts for 3 weeks. You go live every day and you create your own Facebook Live group where you do a challenge yourself to your tribe, to grow your tribe. Then we run a passive income challenge, which lasts for 8 weeks. And that passive income challenge helps everybody to create a passive income stream, a brand new one, twice a year. So all those gorgeous people who are constantly coming up with ideas, it's the perfect place for you, because every year you're going to grow 2 brand new streams of income to bolster out your business. Then the third challenge that I run is my membership creation challenge, to help everybody create their own membership group so that they've got recurring income coming in every month and they can serve. Because I truly believe a membership is where you can really serve. And I love serving, and it fills my love tank up massively when I get in that group and I'm chatting with people and I'm supporting them and I'm watching them support each other. That's also really gorgeous. And then my fourth challenge is the Signature Program Challenge, and that's for 4 weeks, where we support people in creating a really good sized program, an online course that they can launch to the world and earn, a lovely amount of income from that as well. So you can see that what we're constantly doing is balancing the transactional with the movement, and that achieves true fulfillment. So if you want to have a chat about any of the stuff that I do, just give me a buzz, private message me. Facebook is great for that, you can get in touch. And I hope that the concept that I've chatted with you today about M plus T equals F, movement plus transaction equals fulfillment, spread the word. It's absolutely amazing. I'm so pleased with it. I just think it nails what so many of my clients struggle with, that balance, achieving that balance and achieving fulfillment. So thanks for joining me today. Again, apologies for the internet connection halfway through, but I'm glad that you stayed with me. Speak to you again. Bye.